Hey everybody, happy Mardi Gras. If you haven't figured it out by now, we celebrate pretty much everything, and that's okay. It helps get us through a lot of things, helps get our focus on, and helps us remember what day of the week it is and what the date is actually, especially with things going the way they have been the last year or so. I receive a lot of requests asking about different kind of food, either appliances, supplements that people think that they should be taking or need to take. And I get a lot of emails on people that are by themselves and they want to really know, what can I eat? How can I eat? What makes it better? They have a lot of food restrictions, as do I, as does my family. My son cannot have any dyes. So it's kind of hard, or artificial sweeteners, it's kind of hard to cook and do it healthy and not wear yourself out, number one, when you do have a limited amount of energy. And number two, not wasting things and keeping it economical. Yes, a lot of places can have things delivered, and we do have our groceries delivered. We do not have prepared meals delivered outside of maybe like a Chili's or a Cracker Barrel, but I mean something like where they will have a breakfast, lunch, and dinner in a little container for you. We don't do that. It's not economical. And the other thing is, I don't really know what goes into a lot of those food plans and those meals. So one of the things that we did do for the past 6 months or so, and that's why we're popping it out now, is the solution to things like that seems to be the Instant Pot. Okay, I'll pop in a slide of, or actually a picture, a slide, I'm old, of what type we ordered. And that seems to be, it's a 10 quart. That's the one that seems to work best for us because the family's large and we like leftovers and we freeze. So that kind of helps quite a bit. We will show you in this clip, you can make breakfast, you can make dinner, you can make dessert. If there's one thing that you purchase, it should probably be the Instant Pot. We've had other pressure cookers. They did not work out as well. They did not have as many of the little features. The Instant Pot seems to be easiest to use. And normally I have a problem with pressure cookers. When we got the first one about maybe 10 years ago or so, I shied away from it because it was very difficult to work at the time. The Instant Pot seems to be pretty simple. Put the pressure button, set the timer on it, and it does its thing. So that seems to have worked out the best for us. And keeping with the Mardi Gras theme of food and celebration, we are bringing this video to you.
So you say it's breakfast time. What we're gonna do here is gonna make like a casserole here. We're going to be doing what's called a pip, and that is using this pan inside the liner pan. We set it on top of a trivet, and we're gonna cook our breakfast that way. We're gonna start out by taking about 8 eggs and half a cup of half and half, and we're gonna mix that up like you would if you're making like a French toast or something like that, and just whip it up real good. Put your seasonings in like salt and pepper and whatnot. Gonna get that mixed up really well. Okay, we're gonna pour. You see, we've poured the or sprayed it with some non-cooking spray, and then we're going to pour the eggs into the pan. Okay, so now we're going to add in our diced ham. It's pre-diced. You can find that at your grocery store, and just add it in. Oops. And there we go. Just add all your ingredients. We have ham, we have some hash brown potatoes.
For the demo, we're using frozen hash brown potatoes because a lot of people have that in their freezers instead of diced potatoes, or like a lot of times when we do make breakfast, and Dan does make breakfast. It is diced potatoes, but we wanted to show that you can also use frozen.
Frozen, right? Yeah, you don't necessarily have to use it. Okay, we're gonna do that, and we top it off with about 3 ounces of shredded cheddar cheese. So just move those around.
So now, Dan, this could be a casserole or the breakfast burritos, like you're going to make the breakfast burritos?
Yes, if you want to make a breakfast burrito, you just you cook it the same way. You could eat it the way it is, or put it in a burrito shell, roll it up, and warm it up the next day or whatever.
Okay, so it lasts a few days in the fridge, and then you could freeze leftovers, I guess?
Yeah.
Yeah? Okay. Okay, so that makes it very economical when you are cooking for 1 or 2.
Right.
This is a recipe that I believe makes for 6. So you're able to freeze then.
Right. So we're going to rest our pan inside the pan. Make sure it's sealed up pretty good with the foil. You don't want the steam getting in and wetting your eggs. So we're going to turn this on. And we're supposed to put our lid on, and we cook this on pressure, keep it on high for,
I think it's 35 minutes or something. 30, isn't it? But it's 35 for us.
right, okay.
Remember, folks, if you're at high altitude, which is 4,000 or above.
Yeah, you need to add 1.1 on the
Yeah, multiply it.
right. So 35, yeah, it's 30. I should have just left it at 39. And we're all set.
All right. See you in 39 minutes.
Okay, hello, this is Chef Dan again here. We're going to show you again another meal you can make in the Instapot here. We're going to be making spaghetti with a meat sauce. And I've already added a little olive oil to the pot here just to get it warmed up and sizzling. And we'll be adding our, well, that was fast. We'll be adding our ground beef to that, and that's where we're going to saute the ground beef. Okay, once this starts heating up, as we're sauteing our ground beef and getting it all cooked, we will be adding our seasonings. It's just salt, onion powder, and garlic powder. Okay, we've been simmering now for about 7-8 minutes. Our beef is all browned up, and we normally take about a half a cup of water, add that in to help deglaze the bottom of the pan. As you can see, it cools down pretty quick. But that's just to get anything that might have gotten stuck to the bottom, little brown bits of flavor. Get that up off the bottom there. And this finishes the sauteing part. So right now we can shut this down and then start adding our sauces and a little more water. Okay, so I've shut the saute feature off of the Instapot, and we're going to be adding your favorite jar of pasta sauce. It's a 24, 26 ounce. Add that to it. Give it a little stir. Well, till it's blended up. And I believe we need to add a little water yet to this. So I'm going to take part of my water here that I have reserved, put it in the jar, and give it a little shake, and add that to it. So we get the whole jar in. Add the rest of the water. And give it a stir. Okay. Now it's time. We add our pasta. We're going to cook it in the sauce. But right now we do not mix it any further. So break the pasta in half and put it in a layer, maybe 2, inside the Instant Pot. Make sure I get it all in. Okay, this is a half a pound of spaghetti that we're making here. Okay, now we're ready to close her up.
Dan, talk to us about this dragon at the top of the Instant Pot.
Oh, it's our little dragon fellow here. This is our pressure release. When you hit your pressure release button, this is where the steam comes out. We got this little guy here. You just set him on top of there, and the steam will come out. It doesn't blow all over the place. It blows out the little dragon's mouth there. It looks kind of cute.
Okay, so you're diverting the steam instead of going up to the ceiling, or if you're under a cabinet working, right?
That's correct.
Okay.
Okay, so now we set our pressure cooker on. Make sure it's on high, and we set that for 8 minutes. We're a little higher above, so we're gonna put it for about 9 minutes. Should work, and we're gonna let it do its thing. It should, after a second or two, it should show on. And once that happens, just like that, it's starting to build up its pressure, heat up, and it's gonna cook our meal. Ready? Okay, our timer just shut off on the system here. It's been steaming now for
I'm gonna get over here.
it's 10 minutes or so. So we're gonna hit the quick release. It may be a little loud. As you can see, our little dragon is doing its job.
I know it hasn't even been a minute, but it seems like forever when that thing's going.
Yeah. Okay, it's done releasing its steam. Oh, maybe not yet.
So it won't release unless the steam's released. It'll resist, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, you'll feel it'll be able to. So, remove the lid. Set it off to the side. Now it's time to stir it up. You see the pasta's all well cooked.
Nothing sticking.
Right, nothing stuck. And we're ready to serve. You can plate it up and have yourself a nice hot spaghetti meal. Take care, everybody. Hi, everybody. I'm Dan. I'm the house chef here at Practical Parkinson's of Arizona. Today I'm going to be demonstrating the Instapot. It's more than just a pressure cooker. It'll cook full meals in rapid time. It's very simple to use. Right now I'm going to be making a coffee cake here. So we're going to open up the unit. As you can see, it's very clean. Stainless, like steel type of a unit. This is a 10 quart size, so you have to use at least 2.5 cups of water or a liquid, like if you were making a stew, you could use a beef broth or chicken broth. We're going to be using this little egg trivet here to hold everything out of the water. And this is our cake. We have to seal it up so no steam gets into the cake, and that would just be wet. So we're gonna seal it up pretty good. Poke a hole in the middle there to release the steam. Set it inside, and we're almost done preparing. Line up the arrows, lock it in place. Now we're gonna be pressure cooking. Hit the pressure cooker. We want it on high, and we want it on...
I think it's 39 minutes with our altitude.
Oh yes. 39 minutes. We live in a high altitude area, so we had to add a little extra time. Usually it's about 35 minutes. And that's it. This will turn to on like it just did, and now it's going to be building up its pressure.
Hey everybody, I hope that helped, maybe cleared a few things up, made you less afraid to work with it. They go somewhere, depending on the size of what you get, somewhere from about 60 to 150 is how much they run. They have accessories with them, but you can also use whatever accessories you have, such as if you have a bowl that is a stainless steel bowl and you want to use it, you can use it in there. We purchased the 6-quart bundt pans, and because that seems to work the best in a lot of the recipes that we see, such as the one that you're going to see with that you've seen with the dessert, tends to be they make 2. So we do everything from meals to we make our own dog food because we're always worried about things like that being contaminated. So we have 2 of the Instant Pots. They're identical, and the reason we did that was because it's a large amount of food that you make per week for 3 dogs. So that was more economical to do it that way. If there's any questions, feel free to email, leave a comment. Don't forget to like our video. We're grateful for each and every one of you, and we're going to leave you with a picture of our king cake. Have fun, be safe. See you next time.